Good morning, students. Yesterday we have done the poem The Worm, written by Thomas Gisborne. And in this poem we have seen that the poet has told us that we should respect each and every creature made by God. And each and every creature that is a creation of God, and we should respect God by saving these creatures. So every creation of God, it has its own importance and significance, and it has some unique qualities. That's why it is sent on this earth. Okay, so yesterday we have seen that. Today we are going to discuss the figures of speech of this poem and then the poem appreciation. So see there, first line, turn thy hasty foot aside. Now listen here, I told you yesterday that many archaic words or the old English usage words are used in the poem. So they are known as the archaic words, that is thy. Thy means your, okay? So turn thy hasty foot aside. So here we have two figures of speech, that is the repetition in the first line. Turn word is repeated and hasty foot hasty. So this is adjective hasty is used for foot instead of our will. Okay, it is used for foot, so that is transferred epithet. Okay, turn thy hasty foot aside. So to nor crush that helpless worm. Then we got it here, the frame thy scornful looks deride. Scornful and deride means that is the expression for hatred. Both words have the same meaning. So that figure of speech is tautology. Last time we discussed about the figure of speech. So scornful and deride both have the same meaning. That is the expression for hatred. Hate. That is showing hate towards another. So this is tautology. And then again here in the second stanza, on that poor worm bestowed, on that a portion of his boundless love, on that poor worm bestowed. So what will be the figure of speech? Inversion. Here the words are not arranged in a correct order. And what is the correct order? A portion of his boundless love bestowed on that poor worm. So it is inversion. In inversion, words are not arranged in a correct order and you have to arrange them in the correct order. In the next line, the sun, the moon, the stars he made. So what is again? Inversion. What is the prose order? Subject, verb, then the object. So how the line should be? He made the sun, the moon and the stars. Okay. But here it is written, the sun, the moon, the stars he made. So again it is inversion. In poem we are using inversion many times because to have the musical element in the poem and also to arrange according to the rhyme scheme of the words. So in poem it is okay that we can change the order or the sequence of a sentence. Now as we see in each of the lines, we have seen that everywhere the thou words, it is addressed to human beings because we are responsible in destroying the environment, in destroying the nature. We are responsible. We only human beings. We are not treating these small creatures properly. So thee, thou, thy, these three are the old English usage words or the archaic words which are used in the poem. So these archaic words has its own meaning. So thy, thee, thou for your. Okay. Now we will go with the poem appreciation. Now again with the 5 points we have to write the poem appreciation, and in 3 paragraphs we have to divide these 5 points. In the first paragraph, name of the poem and the poet, name of the poet. Okay. And the second paragraph you will get the rhyme scheme and the figures of speech, and in the third paragraph you will get the central idea. Okay. So in the first paragraph it is the name of the poem and poet. So last 2 or 3 poems we have done with the poem appreciation. Now again each and every poem we have to do the poem appreciation. Okay, so this will be useful for you in the 9th standard. So we will continue with the poem appreciation. So the first paragraph we have to divide it into three paragraphs. So the first paragraph is the poem, The Worm. Okay, we will write it. Can you see it? Yes. The poem, The Worm is written on page. Okay, this is the paragraph. So we will continue with here. Is written by. We will write down the name of the poet. Thomas Gisborne. Yes. Thomas Gisborne. Yes. Okay, then we can add it. He used many archaic words in this poem. So this we can add it. He has used many archaic words in the poem, addressing human beings. Okay, addressing human beings. So this will be the first paragraph. It carries 1 mark, but still we have this knowledge that many archaic words are used. So we will just underline this word, archaic. Okay, because these archaic words are not used in all poems. In some poems only it is used. So we will just underline. Now, second paragraph we will write down about the rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of the poem is yes. The rhyme scheme of the poem is, now the rhyme scheme of the poem is AB, AB. Listen here, we have to use it the small letters here. The rhyme scheme of the poem is AB, AB. Rhyme scheme, how to find out the rhyme scheme? Last time we have discussed how to find out the rhyme scheme. That is, see the last word of every line. Aside in the first line, worm. In the second line, deride. In the third line, form. So aside, listen here, aside. Okay. Then it is worm. Then deride. Then form. Okay. So here we will give the name A. Form is different from aside. The pronunciation is different. So that will be B. Deride is again like aside. So A. Form is like form. So that is B. So AB, AB. You have to see the last word of every line and then write down. So in every stanza you will get AB, AB, the rhyme scheme. Okay. Now, many figures of speech are used in the poem. So what you will write down? Many figures of speech are used in the poem as you have seen here tautology, inversion, transferred epithet, apostrophe is also there. So you can write down the name. Tautology as tautology, inversion, apostrophe. You will write down in capital letters. Name, because it is the name of the figure of speech. But the main that stands out is inversion. We have seen in many of the lines inversion. So you will write down, but the figure of speech or the main that stands out is inversion. And here you will write down the example of inversion used in the poem. Okay, inversion. Then you will write down the example of inversion which is there on that poor worm, or there are 2-3 examples of inversion. The sun, the moon, the stars, female. So you will write down the sun, the moon, the stars, he made. He is capital, that is for the God he made. So this is our line from the poem. Okay, so we will underline this line. So this is the way to write. Okay, here we have done it. We will write this so that it will be clear. Now the third paragraph will be our central idea. We have written rhyme scheme of this and figures of speech. And the main that highlights, that is our inversion. So we have written one example. The third is the central idea. So we will write down the central idea of the poem. So again a paragraph. The central idea of the poem is, what is the central idea? Yes, that we should respect each and every creation made by God. Is that we should respect each and every creation of God. And always for God, whenever we are writing, here also be in capital letter because it is referring to God. Here also God. Whenever you will write down God, you will write it in capital letters. So that is always, that should be in the capital letter. Because every creation has its own significance and unique qualities. On this planet. Okay, planet Earth. हमारा planet कौन सा है? This planet Earth. So here we will complete the poem. Okay. So have you seen that the poem appreciation? You don't have to learn the poem appreciation because poem will be given to you. Okay. Name of the poet and name of the poem is also given to you. You have to just write what you know about the poem. Appreciation is what you know. What is the main thing which is there in the poem? Okay. So the poem in the first paragraph, it is written by Thomas Gisborne. He has used many archaic words. This is the main thing of the poem. He has used many archaic words in the poem addressing human beings. That is the thy, thou. You can write down that also example. Thy, thou. Then rhyme scheme and figure of speech. The rhyme scheme of the poem is AB, AB. AB, AB that you are writing. So again you will underline this AB. Okay, you will underline. Many figures of speech are used in the poem as tautology, inversion, apostrophe, but the main that stands out is inversion. Then again you will just make a small underline here. Then you will write down the line here. You will find out the inversion. You don't have to explain. Okay, that is enough. Central idea of the poem that we should respect each and every creation of God. And here, whenever I have mentioned God, I have written it in the capital letter. Whether I have used the pronoun also, I have used it the capital letter. Okay. So every creation has its own significance and unique qualities on this planet. So if we are born, if we are made by God, means we are there to do something on this earth. We have some unique qualities. We have to play some role on this earth. That's why we are born. So God has made us to play our role. Okay. So this is the poem appreciation. Tomorrow we will have some grammar topic there. Okay. So tomorrow we will discuss the more figures of speech left by us. That we will discuss it tomorrow. So revise the previously taught figures of speech. Previously there were 8 figures of speech. We have done simile, metaphor, personification, apostrophe. Then we have done tautology, antithesis. Okay, inversion also we have done it. Okay, so these figures of speech we have done it. So tomorrow we will continue with the remaining figure of speech which are important for your standard in class 8, as you will get it in the poem. Okay, tomorrow we are going to discuss that. Okay. Okay, revise it, poem appreciation, revise it. Okay, bye everyone.